You say I don't want to play with LeBron because he's this environment is just so drama filled and just so terrible in the media. But then you and Kyrie team up on a team and bring James Harden aboard
Yo,
with Blake
fam.
Griffin and Marcus
Yo, but you know what the
Aldridge
craziest
and do
shit?
your
Y'all be
own shit.
calling me.
I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got dog food, so they buy for me. I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got good kush, so they buy for me.
Talk about your man KD and Michael Rapaport. What do you
Yo,
think
are you
about
off
that?
camera on headphones, fam? If you don't sit down in front of the camera.
Man, yeah, you started Roy up, man. I had to go, chill. That's too much.
No, you a part of this conversation. It's your fault, nigga.
But it was
Whoa.
all to segue back and talk about KD and Michael Rapaport and the sensitivity of this guy.
Yeah, so KD message did he yeah, he
DM'd
messaged
him
he DM'd Michael Rappaport.
after an interview, I believe it was on TNT.
Like, who leaks
Right.
DMs too? Like,
And pretty much was just telling KD, why didn't you answer the question, or like why did you or did you not answer the question? Something stupid, something really stupid. And then KD basically, took it to heart and clapped back, and they were clapping back at each other.
Nah,
KD
it
was
wasn't really clapping back. Like KD was going hard on him.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
KD was really going hard.
KD
Like,
was basically saying, "Yo, pull up to this location. Let me know your address," and just saying
he's
all
calling
types of
them
shit.
some. Now I'm reading it in the media. They calling it racial slurs that KD was saying to him. They trying to turn this shit into some Donald Sterling shit. So it might be LeBron's James championship for the taking.
And that's my biggest thing was like, damn, I keep bringing it back to this because this fucking amazes me. You say I don't want to play with LeBron because he's this environment is just so drama filled and just so terrible in the media. But then you and Kyrie team up on a team and bring James Harden aboard
Yo,
with Blake
fam.
Griffin and
Yo,
Marcus
but you know what the
Aldridge
craziest
and
shit?
do your
Y'all be
own shit.
calling me a LeBron hater. I'm not the LeBron hater. Them niggas hate LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good ass point. Now that you bring that up, it is right. Like everybody in the NBA, they really can't stand this nigga LeBron because he
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
telling
king.
you, bro.
And
How
you're just
could you
looking
love
for
a nigga? Like they didn't call Michael Jordan the king. They called that nigga Air Jordan. They called Kobe. They called Mike the Black Cat. They called Kobe Black Mamba. They call, you know what I mean? This nigga is the king since inaugurated since high school.
This
yeah.
sucks.
It's his league, and it's everybody else is just
So
playing in it.
you gotta understand the mentality, of
And he goes
people.
to the finals every year. They're sick of
Well,
this guy.
well, you look at it too. People didn't like Kobe. Like it was not
Yeah, no, niggas ain't like Kobe
niggas
at
ain't like
first.
Kobe.
At first, I didn't even like Kobe at first. So that's
Well,
a whole
even
nother.
later, like nobody was going to LA to
Nah, I
play with
love
Kobe.
Kobe after like
No, I'm not
the-
saying like fans. I'm just saying like
You're
players.
talking about players.
Player
After,
wise,
after he bitched to Right Howard, and he called him
nobody
a pussy.
played with Kobe in like the later years. Like nobody did
yeah,
it.
nobody. That's why he is part of. He was kind of forced to retire because
Even Jordan too. Jordan had the same thing, where nobody
Well,
really came to play with Jordan. That wasn't a
yeah,
thing.
because the Wizards were a really bad team.
Even the
no,
Bulls.
no. Who didn't come to play with Jordan at the Bulls?
I'm
Yeah,
saying like
nobody,
free agency.
nobody,
Yeah, nobody really
nobody.
big
But
name came
but
to play with Jordan.
It
again,
was a different era.
It was a different
again.
time.
Thank you.
But I'm
He
just
was
saying, and
You don't think
veterans.
Bartley called Jordan like, "Yo, can I come over?"
but I'm just saying, like this just shows like all
It's
three of these
rumors.
guys,
It's rumors he could have got Sean Kemp. It's
all,
rumors.
all three of these guys, like nobody wants to play with for some reason. Besides like LeBron
Greatness
now
is hard to
because
play
of
with,
LA.
bro.
But that's the
Greatness is
thing.
hard to
But it's just
everybody
weird.
can't accompany you to greatness.
It's just weird. Like somebody says that I just want to play basketball and have nothing to do with anything else. Is in the headlines for stupid shit.
Yeah.
And is playing with players who don't really have the best reputation media wise.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same guy. I'm not surprised with a burner account. This is the same guy. You can't say nothing about your game. This is basketball, fam. Like if we was in the park, I'd tell you ain't shit. Like, so what you gonna be mad at the niggas in the park talking shit at you too? Like, cause that's how basketball goes. At least how I was coming up, that's how basketball was going. Is it different now? Yes, it is different now because all these niggas is friends and they want to play together. So that's what's different. And they all want you to talk great about them when they playing good, but when they playing shitty or doing something outside of their realm, they don't want you to mention it. So,
Yeah. Kevin Durant has missed 4 years due to injury. So let that sink in.
oh, don't say that, Joe. He gonna be in your fucking DM. Why you saying that, nigga? It's true. That's why, nigga. That dude, like Michael Rapaport. Yeah, he might be a little bit out of line.
Yeah, I feel like Mike shouldn't have leaked that, man. That's
Nah, that's what,
You can't like leak DMs like that. That shit's whack.
yeah, that's crazy. You
I
can't
don't
do
know,
that.
bro.
This is Roy coming to you from Prolific Culture. We want to say thank y'all for tuning in and checking us out. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe so we can keep bringing y'all these dope videos. One kind of love and good vibes only. Everybody, please be safe out there and take it easy. One.
I feel like he did. I feel kind of 50-50 with it.
Like if it gets out of there from a third party, that's one thing. But if you do it yourself, I just look crazy.
I'm not a bitch ass nigga, but I can see where Michael Rapaport is coming from, because Michael Rapaport is not built like that. He's a fucking comedian. He's a white, funny, actor guy.
But then you say too, like the caption is what really got me. You say this is who you guys hold near and dear and feel this way about. Well, this is him. Like you trying to expose Durant and make him look like something that we already know he's sensitive.
Yeah, because he obviously wants to be viewed that way. If he's talking to niggas like that, it's not he's making them look that way. It's like, yo, he's putting people on, like, because people, we remember him crying at the holding the MVP trophy. No, this nigga's an internet thug.
Nah, I don't remember none of that MVP shit no more after that whole like phase of him with the burner and everything else. I remember the shenanigans. That's a whole thing.
And guess what? It's his career to tank, because you know what? He's doing whatever he wants. He's made a lot of money already. He could do whatever he wants. So he has a championship. He has an MVP. It's his world to fuck up. But at the end of the day, you can't really be mad at Michael Rapaport. Like, because at the end of the day, he didn't initiate the contact. You know what I mean? KD did.
You know, it just doesn't make sense.
Listen, man, like, I just, Michael Rapaport is 100% right. Kevin Durant is really, really sensitive, and that's not new. That's not news or nothing like that.
Some nigga is not gonna be in Shaq DM. Yeah. He just ain't gonna say nothing when he see Shaq. Exactly. He gonna be quiet.
Exactly. And like, my thing is, like, I get that, like, these people, like, their life is their job, right? And I understand that, like, when you critique that shit, it can be like personal. But after a certain point, when you make like over $1 million, like after a certain point, there's shit that shouldn't bother you. And
exactly.
Exactly. And like, I understand that they're people and people are talking about their lives, but fam, you got more than $1 million in your bank account. Who cares what Michael
bro, that's like you getting mad because you know that you 3-4 months behind on your car payment and the repo man come and get your shit.
Yeah, fam, I'm gonna have to go out and knife somebody. I gotta steal a car now.
You no, but nigga, you mad at the repo man? He just doing his job. These niggas is just doing their job. These are analysts. These are people. Michael Rapaport is a fucking comedian. Like, his job is to be a funny wise ass. So you're mad at him for doing that?
Like, their job is to look at your life and pick it apart. That's really it.
Yeah, and if you didn't want that to happen, guess what? You should have stayed in a small market. Or guess what? You should have just went overseas and played somewhere. Or you should just go do something else. You got a lot of money. If you and Kyrie don't want to deal with the media, the media is a huge part of what the NBA does. That's why they have fucking media days. Duh.
Money.
You know what I mean? TV contracts. Duh. That's a big part of what they do. They pay those guys to look and analyze your life, your game, and the things that you do on and off the court. So guess what? This is what you sign up for. Just like niggas in music, just like Quavo in the elevator with his chick right now. Everybody gets it. You're not exempt from it.
Hey, yo, I want to make one point before we move on, right? Like, a couple days ago was Kyrie Irving's birthday. This nigga's 29 years old, and everybody who has a brain believes that the earth is flat. The world don't make sense no more.
The world never made sense.
But
generation is just different.
And you can't say that it's too much pressure or nobody's ever dealt with it, because you look at players like LeBron or Dame or Luka, like, they don't do this shit. They don't do this. So, like, it's
Luka bitches every single second inside the game, and then you ask him about it, he don't say anything.
Yes, and I love that because that's the game
That's
of
exactly him.
basketball.
Giannis, he don't
LeBron
do
does too. You can look at LeBron. He's always, oh my
Yeah.
God.
After
oh my
every
God."
play.
But
After
LeBron,
every play.
but listen, that's a game of basketball.
Yeah. LeBron, what
That's a
happened?
game of
Nothing.
basketball. That's
Nothing.
a game of basketball, and
Mm.
I think it comes to a point where we just gotta start just taking the league for what it is, man. This shit is like WWF right now. Like people don't wanna, they don't wanna be.
Yo, the Attitude Era was lit. I don't know what you talking about. WWF was where it was at. I don't know what the fuck this nigga Kevin Durant is on.
I just don't understand, man. Like, and that's why I said shout out to women's basketball because it's all heart and grind, man.
See, ain't nobody saying he ain't got no heart, fam.
What I ain't
Nobody
saying
saying
here, I said shout out to women's basketball because it's all heart and grind. No complaining,
All right.
just playing.
Moving on.
I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got dog food, so they buy for me. I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got good kush,